Hello and welcome back to the Nexus gaming series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am bringing you a Division B Northeast matchup between amateur opponents and Nexus Cats. Should be getting going here in just a moment. Take a quick look at the standings here. Nexus Cats currently in 7th place, amateur opponents in 4th. So looks like the bottom end of this tier list here still in question, so some wins for the Nexus Cats would definitely be helpful, though they could potentially lose here and still be fine in terms of the playoff picture. Nonetheless, extra points are extra good. Looks like the teams are getting ready to go. We'll take a quick look at the map bans here. Nexus Cats did win the flip and chose a map pick. Amateur opponents banning away Dragonshire and Alterac Pass. Nexus Cats taking out Volskaya Foundry and Garden of Terror. And we are going to be going to Infernal Shrines here for game number 1. About as standard as it gets. And it looks like our lobby is just about ready to go. And here we go. What's up, Propez? The bananas are a-flowin'. Hope you're having an excellent day. Let's get into our first draft. Super Honey Bear, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying your time here. Alrighty. First game of the day. Make sure all the players that I expect are here. Looks like we've got P-More in today. Fantastic. Alright, Infernal Shrines, about as general as a map as they come. We'll see whether there's any fighting over the shrine controlling heroes, namely Hogger and Diva. Alexstrasza is one that can tend to come up here in terms of zone control. And a lot of Tychus and actually a lot of Tassadar can come up here on Infernal Shrines for exactly the same reasons. Being able to pop a big cooldown and just clear out the shrine all at once from a safe distance. Very, very good. Tychus and Sonya going to be the open bans here. As I turn down my personal tunage just a little bit. Make sure that I can hear it. Okay. So, Sonya taken off the board. Uther still up and available. Chromie still up and available. Lots of options for our two teams. Interested to see whether we're going into a possible double bruiser, which has been all the rage these days. May going to be the ban here from amateur opponents. May can do some work in controlling the space around those shrines. Deathwing, similar sort of thing, great zone control. Cactus Ham locking in a first pick Sylvanas very early, but Sylvanas is still fairly general in terms of her damage types and the comps that she fits in, so I think that's still a pretty safe first pick. Got some amateur opponents fans up in the chat. Hope you're having a good time. Hogger Anduin is going to be the rotation here for Nexus Cats. Hogger, obviously a camp-taking monster. With the right angles, can go infinite on those shrines and clear away. And with Tychus already banned out, Hogger should be a little bit safer to do so. Very early Anduin coming on through, though that light bomb engage that you can do with Hogger is pretty strong. Taking away the Johanna, though, is amateur opponents, and Sonic Bro 33. Gonna lock in that Chromie for those mid bans. Pretty strong standard comp coming out from amateur opponents here. Watching as you drive home from work. Watch the road, Propez! Watch the road. Stukov going to be banned away by Nexus Cats. Hogger Anduin. You know, my team ran a Hogger Anduin a few times, and it was paired alongside a Kerrigan, which is also pretty good on Infernal Shrines, but though possibly a bit of an overcommitment. Like, you've got Hogger for the shrine clear, taking Kerrigan as well. I mean, it's doable if you want to really, really clear up those shrines. Which against the poke of Chromie and the, ability of Johanna to steal those minions, could be doable. And Diablo going to be banned out by amateur opponents. Diablo pretty strong versus the Sylvanas and Chromie. Able to move past Johanna fairly easily. And going in there with a light bomb would be pretty damaging. So I like that ban coming on out. Muradin can also dive in. Taken by Mark Zombie, and the Doctor is going to lock in the Kael'thas. So it looks like both teams really going for some shrine control here. Well, I'm interested if we see a pivot from amateur opponents. They could definitely move into just a big push style. Interested to see these last two picks come on out here. What are they going to be? Brightwing Diva. So still, going for that shrine control is amateur opponents. So I think we're going to see some big battles on the objectives in this game. Artha now thinking about the last pick here. Pretty open. I mean, there's a little bit of a lack of sustained damage. So I would expect something, maybe Arthanau's Vala comes on out here. It's going to be the Thrall here from Arthanau. So it is the double bruiser setup for Nexus Cat's going to try to run through this Johanna and get to the back line here. See if they can do it. If I take a look at the comps. I'm interested to see if Brightwing goes with Emerald Wind here, actually. Just as a way to push back Hogger and Thrall and Muradin once they go into the back line. Could be something to watch for. Interested if it'll happen, but I think if Chromie is able to be kept safe, then Kael'thas and Thrall are going to get hit pretty hard. So we'll have to see how this goes. Loading into game number 1 here. On Infernal Shrines. And of course, we always look for that Sylvanas cheese. On level 1, will we see amateur opponents duck down and try to get themselves a free tower in a side lane? Not a lot of peel available between the Brightwing and Johanna in terms of trying to escape that, especially looking at the Muradin and Thrall Kael'thas that might be running after them, so we'll see if they go for it anyway. We are loading on into the game. Come on, little bars. There they go. There they go. One more. One more bar. Load it up. There we go. Alrighty. First game of the day on the left in the blue. We have amateur opponents with Cactus Ham on the Sylvanas, Saint Terminator on the Diva, E-Day 15 on the Johanna, Butte Holiday playing Brightwing, the Sonics Bro 33 on the Chromie. On the right in the red, we have Nexus Cats with Mark Zombie on the Muradin, Arthanau playing the Thrall, P-More on the Anduin, the Doctor playing Kael'thas, and it is Joe Zombie on Hogger. Game number 1 is underway here. Lots of quests to be done on the side of Nexus Cats. We've got the Echo of the Elements for Thrall, Arcane Barrier quest there for Kael'thas, and the Perfect Storm picked up by Muradin. As we see no cheese on the tower, E-Day going to control that vision. And the wave clear shall commence. As we see Saint Terminator given the living bomb. And look at the pressure coming on out from amateur opponents, pushing back Mark Zombie. Still getting the wave clear advantage, though, is Nexus Cats, though only by a second. Up in the top lane, Hogger versus Diva, 2 manaless heroes. I think Hogger gets the better of that one in general. We'll have to see. Cactus Hand moving away with that living bomb. Nice polymorph there onto Mark Zombie. That's a lot of damage coming out onto Muradin. Sonic Pro trying to catch up there. But our Khazra camps are coming up and available. We see Brightwing starting this up. Sylvanas going to go ahead and help that out. Not working on the right side camp is Nexus Cats so far. We'll see what they can do with this time. Going to go ahead and clear the mid. Muradin moving across the center is going to be found by E-Day. See Hogger pushed out a little bit, is going to go straight for a Shaman camp here. Not a timing that we normally see, but that will create a lot of early game pressure for the Nexus Cats as we see them moving over to the right side Khazra. Amateur opponents take the opportunity to jump on this bottom camp here. Oh, and Hogger is actually going to move back. Was just prepping the camp a little bit, but has to go and deal with this wave. The root comes out. Butte Holiday going to use that cleanse in order to get away from the gank in the mid. Very nicely done. Pushing the bottom lane coming on through from Sylvanas and Chromie, trying to get this camp to the wall with that Mercenary Queen talent. Now we see Butte Holiday once again rooted by Anduin. Mark Zombie trying to get the autos, and Brightwing is going to get away here. Siege in the bottom lane is continuing. The Doctor putting a nice combo there onto Sylvanas. Cactus Ham forced to move back. Mark Zombie may not be done. It's the jump in. Brightwing with the warp. Oh, nice Stormbolt, but Cactus Ham is going to be saved before heading on back to base. There we see Hogger heading over to finish up this camp that they started earlier. Checking in on the XP. Looks like Amateur Opponents is a little bit ahead when it comes to the minion soak so far. Nice job there. And about to be even on the camp take. As we see, mid camp has been cleared away. Top camp about to be capped, but that means Nexus Cats are going to be first to the point here. That's going to allow Hogger to set up. See if Hogger can get these lines right. Wants to build up that rage first. It does have the aggro range, so will start gaining rage as they go around in this big rectangle. Looks like Amateur Opponents, I'm not sure they're going to make it to the party here. Cactus Ham coming across, Diva coming down as well. They're going to have to be quick, because already halfway done with the Shrine is Nexus Cats. Nice push there onto Hogger. Joe Zombie trying to get away. The Unstoppable, not going to be enough. The last arrow of Sylvanas connecting for first blood of this game. And Amateur Opponents actually picking up the slack on this clear. I thought they were a little late, but they got their level 7s. Now they control the Shrine. Well done. Kael'thas trying to poke in and get a couple of those hits, but so far to no avail. Diva going to clear the last of this Shrine up, and we're going to have ourselves a Frozen Punisher pushing down the mid lane for our first objective of the day. Kael'thas soaking in the bottom lane there for Nexus Cats. Got the 1-3-1 split, trying to make sure the path to level 10 is as quick as possible. Committing 4 players to mid here is Amateur Opponents. They're going to throw out a lot of Chromie damage over this wall. The Doctor moving up with that Living Bomb. Now we're going to see Amateur Opponents back off. They're going to try to pick up some of this XP in the bottom lane. Looks like picking up half the wave. Not too bad. Picking up half the wave there. Meanwhile, without this wall in the top lane, Diva's got a pretty good advantage in this solo lane matchup. Here comes an invade from Nexus Cats. Can they actually get onto the point? They can. The contested goes off. Johanna cannot pull Murden off the point, and we've got ourselves a full-blown fight. Chromie slowing Sands is not going to be enough. Butte Holiday trying to get away here. The Nexus Cats successfully invade this camp, but Thrall is going to go down. Somehow Butte Holiday and Cactus Ham still alive in the back. Ide low as well. So they get the camp, but they lose Thrall. I'm amazed no one from Amateur Opponents went down there. Great job weaving in and out, knowing when they could stay, when they could go. Giving up 0 kills there. Despite losing the camp, not giving up any kills and being able to get back on the map is a pretty good trade there, considering how that engage started. You see Nexus Cats, knowing that members of Amateur Opponents had to back, going to pick up that bottom camp. Cactus playing out there, but Ide coming in with the flank. Mark Zombie has to be saved by Pimor. Kael'thas may not be so lucky, though. The Doctor trying to get away. Ide needs 1, and that is going to be it for Kael'thas. Nice flank there from the Johanna. Cactus Ham was looking pretty juicy until Johanna came in with the save. Nice gather up, and nice kill there from Amateur Opponents. We've got a counter camp steal. Take a look at the 10s here. It is going to be Blink Heal for Brightwing. It's the Wailing Arrow, Slowing Sands, Micro Missiles, Blessed Shield for the remainder. So we see Arth now could be in trouble here. There's the Blessed Shield coming on out. They really want this kill. That's Thrall going down. The Doctor putting out the full combo, spreading the bombs onto the backline of Amateur Opponents. Vortipult from Joe Zombie. Slowing down E-Day, but not for long. Johanna able to get on out of there. Checking in on the heroic choices from Nexus Cats. It is going to be the Sundering for Thrall, Phoenix for Kael'thas, Light Bomb, Hortipult, and Avatar. So looking to really get onto the backline with that Sundering choice to interrupt and catch up with those 3 backliners of amateur opponents. Cactus Ham working on that left side Shaman. Right now we see Hogger is a little bit tied up with D.Va, can't get to that back camp. So we see a possible engage there, is rebuffed by Sonic's Bro. Sylvanas starting to wrap up the camp here. Hogger able to jump on this, but with only 4 seconds till the objective spawning. That's going to allow amateur opponents to jump onto this point first. Also closer on the road to level 13 here. Amateur opponent's going to work on the shrine clear here. Nexus Cats are coming up from their own camp capture as they clear away the Shaman. E-Day looking for a possible flank onto the side here. Mark Zombie is forward. Gonna get interrupted out of the jump. That's a pretty big deal. Has to pop the Avatar to stay alive. Mark Zombie turning things around. Look at that. Chromie blown up by the Silence Arrow and the Sundering coming on out from Nexus Cats. But look at the bomb. Nexus Cats manages to get away just barely. Saint Terminator going in, wants to find the Doctor here, but will not do it. Right Wing manages to get the save, though picking up a bomb for the trouble. Right now we see amateur opponents with a pretty sizable lead on this shrine. A lot of tools have been used from the side of Nexus Cats here. 2 major heroics have gone down on the side of amateur opponents as well. Looks like Nexus Cats, even though they're down 13s, have taken control here. Chromie is on the way back. Still very even, so amateur opponents are going to go right in. Light Bomb jump into the backline is going to catch 2. Look at the follow-up there onto Sonic's Bro, but the timeout's so long, it's going to force Nexus Cats to start to move back. Sonic's Bro is going to survive. Mark Zombie with the leap, but Thrall not so lucky. There's the Blessed Shield coming on out from E-Day. Can P-More actually get on out of here? Dude Holidays manages to use the Blink Heal to get on out. The Doctor is body blocked, and that is going to be it. But look at the bomb spread. The triple kill coming on through from Sylvanas. For only the cost of a D.Va mech, it is a full ace coming on through for amateur opponents. Shui with the Prime Gaming sub. Welcome back to the Crushionation. Welcome to the Crushionation. I appreciate the support. Looks like amateur opponents are going to 39 this. Go ahead and pick up some extra value across the map here. Arth now trying to chase out E-Day. The Saint Terminator going to go ahead and clean up this fort. Maybe, sorta, kinda. There we go. There it is. Chromie going to pick up the last hit on the top shrine. We've got ourselves a Mortar Punisher pushing down a keep wall. Uh-oh. E-Day gets caught by this rotation. Mark Zombie was looking for someone else. Saint Terminator is going to be keyed onto by Nexus Cats. Oh, gets popped out before the bomb can go down. Look at that Blessed Shield, though. Thrall gets blown up by the Sylvanas Silence Arrow. P-More being chased back by that Chromie damage. The Doctor in the edge of the Slowing Sands is going to fall. A double kill again there for amateur opponents. The objective still pushing in the top lane. Taking out this wall. Augur going to be dismounted there, and this looks like it could be a keep here. So we now have level 16 to 14 for amateur opponents. Saint Terminator catching up. There is the Black Arrow. Nexus Cats are going to be up for this, so I don't think this is core. Amateur opponents are going to go ahead and back off here. Brightwing doing some great off-soaking. This is exactly where you want your Brightwing to be. You want them to be off the map, or away from the fight, soaking that experience, being ready to teleport in when the fight breaks out. Great play there by amateur opponents and by Duke Holiday. Picking up that bottom fort. That's going to get that trickle XP firmly on the side of amateur opponents. And now Nexus Cats are in a bit of a pickle. They're just got to wait and try to get this experience to come to them, to find their 16s before this next objective. And until then, amateur opponents, they can just happily walk around, take the camps, look for bad rotations, as we see E-Day doing in this forward vent. Looks like Nexus Cats could be setting up on this top side, but without their level 16s, even that is a pretty tough defense. E-Day just keeping an eye on that bottom side. Devo gonna push in the mid. I'm interested to see if Amateur Opponents goes for the forward camp here. Saint Terminator is gonna move forward. Good check there from Chromie. They see that Nexus Cats aren't here. Johanna has moved up to the mid lane. Saint Terminator going to take that position. We are going to have a steal. Amateur Opponents going in with some caution, and they pick up the steal. Nicely done. Level 16 is pretty close here, though, for Nexus Cats. Will we see Amateur Opponents try to force something in this position? Augur shows in the top lane. E-Day gets the dismount onto Kael'thas. 16's right around the corner. Nexus Cats just have to wait a little bit longer here. So Amateur Opponents try to force the issue. Mark Zombie finishing that baseline quest, now getting the Pierce. There's the Phoenix coming on out from the Doctor, but it looks like this mid keep going down to the pressure. Oh, Sunder engaged from Arth now. There's the jump in with the Light Bomb is going to catch and kill the Brightwing. Sonic's Bro trying to get away here using that Slowing Sands is going to go down. Chromie falls, and Nexus Cats jumping in from the edge there. Nice job with the Sundering. Pick up 2 kills at a pretty timely moment. So that's going to allow them to start to claim this map back. Bottom lane being pushed in a little bit. Amateur Opponents going to have to settle for this back camp. Nexus Cats are starting to come across here. They might get here in time. Mark Zombie is coming on in. Saint Terminator very low. They're going to show Amateur Opponents they're going to have to get on out of here. Nice Pierce, unstoppable from Johanna. Yeah, and Amateur Opponents has to give this up. Good, sensible play. Making sure they could see the point of entry. Camp isn't that big a deal. It's just going to go smite itself on this fort. No biggie at all. Don't want to lose a hero over it. So now Nexus Cats are going to jump onto this shrine. All the members of Amateur Opponents are up. So they can come in and contest this. We see Johanna clearing up the mid. Chromie coming in from the edge. Looks like they're setting up shop. Diva coming in from the flank. They're trying for a full surround. Nexus Cats having to retreat here. E-Day pulls back Augur. Now the Nexus Cats are in a tough spot. They've been pushed completely off this objective. As Diva works in on the edges. Arthanow now looking for another possible engage. Gonna be time stopped there. Oh, look at the blow-up. They're all taken out. Mark Zombie leaps back, but there's no one home. Light Bomb whiffs. Joe Zombie stuck in the backline here, and look at that. Kael'thas and Anduin get blown up. Saint Terminator with those last hits. Just like that. Great zone control. Coming in from Amateur Opponents. They just go ahead and steal this shrine. This could be it here. They go ahead and pick up the objective. I wouldn't have minded a core rush there, though I think this is a safer play. Nexus Cats should be up, like barely up to defend this. Should be barely up to defend this. See if they can do it. They're down 20s. Keep is going to go down. It's going to be nearly a full health Punisher. This is going to be a real tough defense. Nexus Cats are back and available. Here come the waves. Going to be deleted there real quick. Punisher jumps into the back line. Core is starting to lose some shielding. Mark Zombie looking for the leap, but is interrupted once again. The stun's going to come out onto Johanna. Core shielding is gone, down to 80%. You see the stuns on the back line. There's the Sundering coming on out. Cactus Ham trying to get away. Anduin is going to fall in the mix, but look how high that Punisher health is. 50% on the core here. Butte Holiday saving Cactus Ham for the moment. Core down to 20%, and that's going to be all she wrote. Amateur Opponents pick up the first win in this series. GG. Strong performance there coming on out from amateur opponents. Nexus Cats came on strong at the end there. Nice plays, nice picks. Trying to get back into the map there, but amateur opponents with a very, very nice advance onto that last objective. Pick up the kills, pick up the core, and pick up the game number 1. Saint Terminator on the Diva actually leading the way on hero damage there. Getting right into the mix of Nexus Cats and dealing a lot of damage that game. It was the Doctor on Kael'thas leading the way for Nexus Cats. But ultimately, the pressure coming on out. Great job. I gotta say, the flanks and positioning from Johanna and got that game in Diva really allowed Chromie and Sylvanas to get in there and do their work. Such a high damage combo there. Take a quick look at the talents, and we will go ahead and set up for game number 2. Alrighty. Game number 1 is in the books. Amateur opponents strike first. Can Nexus Cats come on back, or are we headed towards a 2-0? We're going to go to a short break, come back. It's going to be game number 2 of amateur opponents versus Nexus Cats. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We're getting set up here for game number 2 of amateur opponents versus Nexus Cats. Hope you're all having a great time. I see you having fun there in chat, cheering on your folks. If you're just joining us, we'll go over the map bans for you real quick. Amateur opponents banning away Dragonshire and Alterac Pass. Nexus Cats took away Volskaya Foundry and Garden of Terror. Amateur opponents picking up the win there on Infernal Shrines in game number 1, and now Nexus Cats choosing map pick is taking us to Towers of Doom for game number 2. Hit them with the caster ready. See if we can get ourselves up and running. Amateur opponents looking very strong there in game number 1. Just, I mean, the positioning, the flanking that came on through was very, very strong.
Of Doom.
And I'm interested to see whether that's going to translate here to Towers of Doom, or if Nexus Cats have something else in their pocket here. Let us see. Once again, May snap banned by amateur opponents. Sylvanas going to be taken away by Nexus Cats. So a little bit of respect onto Cactus Ham there, coming on out from the Cats. Amateur opponents, see if there's any change in their ban strategy here. Towers of Doom, a little bit more than Infernal Shrines, is about area control. Just being able to push people off, take those very long fights if necessary to channel the objective, being able to control the area around the bottom lane should you claim the enemy's fort. Amateur opponents actually going to ban away Brightwing. Interesting choice. So that means they're not willing to first pick it. So what else do they have in mind here? Sylvanas was the first pick last time. It was taken off the board. Chromie taken away here, so gonna have to be completely new damage picks for amateur opponents. So what's your first pick? What is your first pick, amateur opponents? It's going to be Cassia from Sonic's Bro. Cassia used to be top of the pop. Like, first pick material, absolutely. Still a very strong assassin. But not that I see first pick very often anymore. So I'm interested if this is part of a bigger plan or if this is just a real big comfort here for Sonic's Bro. Nexus Cats with the following 2 picks. Gonna go with the Stukov Leoric. Pretty classic combo here. Put him in the Silent Zone, you put him inside the Entomb. Pretty good kill potential there, coming on out from P-More and from Joe Zombie. Leoric also a pretty classic double soak hero here on Towers of Doom. You don't worry too much about the 1v1 because you just kind of move around, though Malthael can be a little bit of a tough matchup, especially at level 10. Leoric is a little bit vulnerable to the last rites of Malthael. And E-Day once again going to go ahead and grab that Johanna. Malthael on the, Leoric is a lot less gankable in terms of rotations from the rest of the team. Malthael is pretty vulnerable to ganks. So I'm I'm interested if we're going to see a Zeratul come on out from Arthanau here to try to harass this Malthael and aid a little bit in catching the soak in that mid lane. Anduin taken off the board here by Nexus Cats. Don't want anyone saved from their Entomb combination. Amateur opponent's going to remove the Arthas here. Not interested in having the big zone of auto attack slow with that Cassia Malthael combo. It'll be the Jaina coming in for Doctor. Are we going to see the Zera? I'm interested. I feel like it's coming. It might be a last pick, but I feel like it's coming.
Make way for the bad guy.
Unexpected Zul'jin here for Nexus Cat. Zul'jin is enjoying a very, very strong win rate in NGS in general right now, and honestly kind of everywhere. Storm League, Zul'jin's just kicking butt. So it's an interesting combo with the Jaina here. You get the sustain along with the burst. I like the setup. Whitemane Maiev going to be the rotation here for Butte Holiday and Cactus Ham. So if you're looking to deny some burst damage, Whitemane is definitely the one to do it. Varian going to be the choice here for Mark Zombie alongside this Stukov Jaina. The classic pick combo there. Oh, Cactus Ham. Did they switch? Okay. Sonic's Bro is going to be on the Maiev. Cactus Ham picking up the Cassia there. Okay. They must have switched while I wasn't looking. Alright, any other switches? Nope, all looks good. Perfect. Perfecto. So we've got a pretty laid out game plan on the side of Nexus Cats. They want to find the picks with this Varian. They want to find the root, the slow, the stun, all that fun stuff. Over on the side of amateur opponents, Maiev is kind of a wild card here. I've been seeing a lot of Maiev without a tank alongside, so I'm interested to see what the Johanna pairing with the Maiev looks like. Cassia solo damage can definitely bring enough damage to fit that role. And Maiev does help in the wave clear department. Let's see how they clash.
Prepare yourself for battle.
That wasn't the in-game button. How about we go to the in-game screen? On the left in the blue, we have amateur opponents with Saint Terminator on the Malthael, E-Day 15 on the Johanna, Butte Holiday playing Whitemane, Cactus Ham on the Cassia, and Sonic's Bro 33 on the Maiev. On the right in the red, it is Nexus Cats with the Doctor on Jaina, P-More playing Stukov, Arthanau on the Zul'jin, Mark Zombie on that Varian, and Joe Zombie on the Leoric.
Fight.
Game number 2 is underway here. Cassia going with that Q-Quest stacks. Malthael with that quick mount speed on a pale horse to further flex that double soak prowess. Nexus Cats, of course, Zul'jin looking for those auto attacks on heroes throughout the game. Jaina on the Fingers of Frost quest. So it looks like we've got a bit of a pause. We'll see what the problem is. We'll bring it on back to me. Good chance to sip some water. Hopefully it'll be cleared up in just a moment. Get back into the game. Keys are sticky. Not sticky, not working. Backpedaling on the reason that these keys are not working. Hopefully we'll get this sorted out in just a moment. Hope you're having a good day there, chat. Oh, we're going in. They got ready a lot faster than I thought they would, but we're back into the game here. Malthael speeding on up to that top side. Joe Zombie was already there. see if this game is indeed alright. See the rotation. E-Day gets the dismount. Heading up to the mid there. Looks like Saint Terminator's doing alright with this trade. I believe definitely between 1 and 4, Malthael wins that. So Leoric may need some help here from the rest of the cats. And unfortunately, between 1 and 4 is also when Varian is weak. So Nexus Cat's going to be playing a little bit from behind here in the early going, as amateur opponents jump straight onto their camp. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised for a steal. Wow, Nexus Cat's going for an invade with a level 2 Varian. I don't know about this one. Camp is picked up. Sonic Spro looking for a bind. Is going to find it onto Artha now. Zul'jin being chased out there. That is going to be it for Zul'jin. Mark Zombie trying to get away, but Saint Terminator came on down. That's going to be it for Varian. Timor getting body blocked. A triple kill comes on in there. Amateur opponents turning around, and they're going to get a camp steal of their own. Saint Terminator will be released to the mid. Uh-oh, the Doctor could be in trouble here. E-Day trying to catch up. Going to get the pull. But the Doctor is going to get behind that gate. Now this double camp is going to crash into the wall here at the 2-minute mark. Varian becomes a real boy. And now the Nexus Cats comp can begin. Joe Zombie picking up that Neil Peasants. That will help in the race versus Malthael. Right now we see Johanna in the mid. Uh-oh, this could be a big rotation on the Saint Terminator. This is where Malthael has some trouble. Joe Zombie trying to catch up here. A nice warp through by Saint Terminator to avoid. Uh-oh, Stukov actually goes down in the bottom lane. While that gank was happening, amateur opponents put on the pressure. Pick up the kill onto the Nexus Cats support. Nice map awareness coming on out from amateur opponents. First triple altar phase, we're going down straight to the bottom lane. Sonic Spro looking for a warp into the back. The solo laners will trade camps up in the top. I wouldn't have minded, honestly, if Malthael went over and just dueled Leoric. I feel like Malthael wins that matchup pretty easily. Dude Holiday is going to get taunted there. There's the combo onto Whitemane, able to turn it around with some great self-healing. Saint Terminator looking to come around the outside. The Doctor with nowhere to go. Jaina falls. Mark Zombie going to get pulled back in. Is the parry going to be enough? Varian is going to get out. Nice silence zone by Timor. The amateur opponents are going to pick up the 2-for-1 here. The level 7s, we take a look at the experience, the hero kills. Coming up big for amateur opponents so far. 5 kills in the early going, giving them an extra 2,000 experience to work with. Picking up this camp right on time here in the bottom lane. Uh-oh, Doctor could be in trouble here. Got to watch this rotation. Amateur opponents coming on through. Sonic Spros looking for the backline. E-Day is going to get the pull onto Timor. Umbral Bind onto 2. This is a big problem for Nexus Cats. Good peel away, though. So no kills to be had there. This camp pushing in. Maya and Johanna going to go ahead and clear this wave. Looks like the camp is going to go ahead and crash. Amateur opponents could be thinking about an invade here. Right now, we see Malthael trying to catch up with this Leoric. It's now Mark Zombie's looking for something, but is going to get dismounted by E-Day. Usually when you go for an invade, you want to make sure your solo laner is somewhat in the vicinity, either on the way to mid or in the mid, so they can come down and join for the invade. You want to make sure they're not on the way back to the top lane or behind on the double soak here, as Mark Zombie turning it around onto the Whitemane. Great silence zone, and that is going to be it for Butte Holiday. Saint Terminator is coming on through to make this a 4v4 once again. The Doctor trying to get away here, but Malthael is glued in. Zul'jin going down, Jaina going down, but the counter kills onto Whitemane and Maya from the Nexus Cats. Look at the gather up from E-Day. That's going to be it. Stukov and Varian fall. It's a 4-for-2 for amateur opponents, right on time for this objective. Saint Terminator thinking about waiting. Yep, gonna go ahead and wait and try to get the 5 shots here. Good macro awareness coming on out from amateur opponents.
The altar is ours. Fire upon the grave.
Amateur opponents thinking about the camp steal here. They know that Varian is on the way. And we see Maiev coming on through. I would have liked to see Malthael stay for this. I mean, I know they saw Leoric in the mid, but just to make sure there wasn't some crazy invade with the Jaina and the Stukov to control that point. But they do pick it up. They are going to be able to flank around and try to defend this. As Ide trying to gather up 3. Look at the Umbral behind the Warden's cage coming on through. But Jaina and Stukov are filling up that cage. Still, it's a triple kill. And look at the healing. Look at those nice full blue health bars. Cute Holiday. Keeping everyone nice and happy. Uh-oh, Joe Zombie could be in trouble here. Saint Terminator doesn't have a mark. Oh, Joe Zombie going to heal back up. He's looking for that last rites, but nice job by Joe Zombie to pick up that Drain Hope. Right now, amateur opponents looking super strong here. Their macro is on point. The fights are going that way. 12-2 on kills right now. Ide flanking across, trying to defend this bottom fort. Sonic's Bro gets away from Mark Zombie there. Cassio trying to catch up this bottom wave. Double altar on the top side. Leoric is going to go down. That duel is incredibly difficult for Leoric post 10. And you see why there. Joe Zombie falls to Saint Terminator. So Malthael probably going to just solo pick up both of the shrines here. Oh, Leoric's on the way back, but look at that. Doctor goes down. It's a triple kill. Can they find this Zul'jin? Unbelievable pressure there coming on through, and that's an extra 3 shots. Arthur now manages to move back there. Cactus Ham is boarding away. No last rites for another 25 seconds. White Mean is going to grab the back camp, or the back cap. Look at that. 10 more shots about to come on through. There they go.
Your powers will be mine.
11 core health remaining. Nexus Cat's down 14-12 here. Saint Terminator looking to duel here once again. Does have the last rites. Joe Zombie going to try to get away. Is close enough to the wall to be just fine. And now we see amateur opponents putting on the pressure in the mid. Bottom is claimed by Zul'jin. Nice taunt there onto Johanna. Very quickly taken out of that Iron Skin. Even without the level 12, so that's just showing you the burst that's available on the side of Nexus Cats. I assume it's going to be the Shield Breaker variant. Oh, actually going for the Mortal Strike there. Oh, and missing the action. Malthael taken out by the Cats. Lagging on their rotation just a little bit. Managed to catch Saint Terminator out there. Great job. And now they get to pick up this camp uncontested. Now Nexus Cats, they've got a little bit of room to breathe. They've got their fort back. They've got their camp pushing. They've got their level 13s. So uneven talent tiers for the meantime. See amateur opponents trying to stick around here. Keep an eye on things. Mark Zombie checking it out. They want to go in for a camp steal, but Malthael is up and available, coming on through. Leoric coming on down as well. We could have a full-blown fight over this camp. Sonic's Bro is going to be taunted. The Unstoppable comes out. Oh, the Leap of the Wardens is enough for Sonic's Bro to stay alive. Jaina gets taken out in the follow-up. Mark Zombie trying to get away here. The Ball Lightning is just destroying the backline. Saint Terminator getting pounded on by Zul'jin, but a great blind from the Johanna is going to save Malthael. There goes Stukov. There goes Leoric. Cactus Ham finishing up the Varian. Arthanau could be next. Maiev coming on through. This is almost certainly going to be it for poor Zul'jin. That is going to be that. It's a full ace. It's another 4 shots. Are we going to see a boss attempt? No. I thought they might go for a double cap boss. That would have been a quick end. Going for boss now is doable. I mean, what they could do now is try to escort these sappers in. This is another way they could go for the win. So now Nexus Cats are going to be forced to defend on this bottom side because they've only got 2 core health remaining. And they also have to keep an eye on the boss. I love this play, actually. It's a little bit slower, but it forces a decision. Amateur opponents are saying, you've got to kill us quickly because your camp is pushing down the bottom lane and is going to end this game. And here come the cats. They want to try to end this. Look at that. Jaina is taken out. There goes Leoric. There's just nowhere to go. Maiev is going to fall, though. Stukov goes down. Mark Zombie going to have to try to get out there. Saint Terminator catching up. But the camp in the bottom lane is about to end this game. Varian getting on out of there. Zul'jin going to go down. But this is going to be it. Amateur opponents. Very quick victory there on Towers of Doom are going to wrap up this series. GG. Wow. Just marching methodically through that map. Jumping all over the backline. Great, great Maiev pick there by Sonics Bro. Man. It's been a long time since I've seen a Towers of Doom end that soon. That was very, very well played. Saw Cactus Ham on the Cassia, barely inching ahead of the Maiev on the hero damage at the end there. The Doctor on Jaina, barely ahead of Arthanau's Zul'jin for top damage on the cats. What can I say? Just the macro pressure coming on out was too much for the pick comp to handle. Great saves, great cleanses coming on through from Whitemane. And the turnaround from amateur opponents was too much to deal with. Very, very nicely done. There is your talents. See if we can get ourselves an interview with our victors. Alrighty. Keep an eye over here. See if we can get an interview with amateur opponents. Bring up this. There we go. There we go. Alright, should have someone join me in just a moment. Alrighty, I am joined by Butte Holiday. Congratulations on the decisive 2-0.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Very nicely played there. Infernal Shrines. Very strong showing to be sure. I was a little bit worried about the engage coming on through with the Hogger and the Light Bomb, the Murden and the jump back. What sort of adjustments did you have to make in the way that you approach the shrines to deal with those dive tactics that were coming on through from Nexus Cats?
So to be honest, the dive was a little bit surprising. They haven't shown a ton of dive previously, but so we've it was interesting. We weren't sure what they were going to ban. And Chromie got through, which was great. So we just needed to make sure that our Chromie was protected. Their Thrall had several really excellent sunderings, which put both myself and Chromie in a bad spot, and they ended up killing us, which was really great. Did some serious work there, but we just needed to position appropriately. They do a really great job of CC chaining and putting damage out on the target that's chained. So we just needed to make sure that if it was Joe, great. I try to keep Joe alive through it if possible, or cleanse. And if it's D.Va, then D.Va has, some self-peel, as does Joe. So we just needed to make sure our squishies were protected and positioned appropriately, and I think that primarily led to our victory. But we also needed to make sure we had a good counter engage. They are sometimes really aggressive, and we just needed to make sure that we were all on the same page with initiating team fights and things like that. So we managed to get some lucky picks, but they played it really well. They had some really great counter engage. So I would just say positioning in general.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we saw the evolving positioning that game. They got a couple of good light bomb hits onto the back line, but there were also a couple of times that, the spread was just too much. Either no one got hit or one got hit. You're able to come
Mhm.
through with the saves. It looked excellent out there. Tell me about the last moments of the game there on game number 1. So Thrall hits that Sundering, picks up the double kill. We see Nexus Cats come in with the camp steal and move on to the objective.
Mhm.
When you're moving into that last objective point, what are the comms like in that spot, and what are you looking for to try to engage there?
Yeah, so we weren't 20 yet. They were, I think, maybe halfway to 18, if I remember correctly. So, we had, on theory, a level advantage, but we weren't 20 yet, and we probably weren't going to get 20 at that point. So we just needed to clear up the camp, which we did. We did a great job of saying, okay, if they come into this camp, we're going to leave. And of course, they did the right thing. They came in on the camp, and we left. They actually almost got, I think, a kill on, I don't remember if it was Diva I can't remember. Sorry, I should know, but so they did a really great job playing aggressive, but they were on the objective very quickly. They have good clear, so we were debating whether or not we were going to give it or contest it. Now, I don't remember how much time had passed, but death timers weren't, um, you know, crazy long. I don't know what they were, but we felt that we could get that engage going. I had a port. I could have gotten in there really quickly, and I think Chromie had spawned as well. So we had a lot of time to play with, and our goal is to play it slow and zone them out. So as soon as we showed and came in, they actually backed off right away, which was a little bit surprising. We were at the same talent tier, so we were expecting a big fight, which we probably had to stall for a little bit for our damage and myself to get up. So we were just really focused on making sure we could get a burst pick, and anybody in the back line we just turned and killed. So like you mentioned, Thrall did a really great job. Getting the backline murdered, and I mean their whole team was doing a really good job harassing poor Chromie and I, but Sonics had a really good stasis, and we were able to secure a couple kills on our end with Cactus and Shane, and then Ida, I think, followed up with a Blessed Shield. So those chokes are really hard to fight into, especially I think both of our team comps benefit from fighting in those chokes. But it just matters who's kind of on the back foot and who's um, kind of being more aggressive in that regard. And we were the ones being a little bit more aggressive in that regard. So we just were fortunate that they, decided to back off, and we were able to secure the objective and some kills.
Looked good there right at the end. You got the near ace. I think there were 2 members left. Pick up the objective and move on for the win. Excellent game number 1. Moving on to Towers of Doom. Some looked like some pretty good counter drafting coming on out there with the Maiev Whitemane in the last spot. Was that the plan going into the draft, or was that an opportunity that you saw evolve as the picks came out?
Based on how they were playing game one, which was, aggressively, we felt that Maiev would have been a good pick, depending on what they did decide for their tank, which was either going to probably be Varian or Arthas. Um, just guessing based on previous history. So we felt more confident with the Brightwing gone, that we could have some opportunities for some good picks and good combos there. And Maiev is able to, I believe, get out of the cage with her E. And myself, I can't, but I have a lot of self-sustain as Whitemane to be able to most of the time live through that. But they had a lot of burst, and with the build I went specifically, and the damage alt, I felt that was some good counter to burst. Everyone seems to underestimate Whitemane's healing, but they did a really great job. They got me a couple times. I personally, didn't respect the variant taunt, and I got deleted, and that that was what I get. So we just needed to make sure that either we baited out the taunt or the taunt was used, I could cleanse it, and then we could kind of move forward with our engage. So there was, I would say, some counter drafting for sure. But we're familiar with that matchup, and we were excited to be able to execute it.
Well, executed you did. It was quite the romp from start to finish there. Just thinking about particular moments in that game. Talk to me about the final decision there. So you go into basically a checkmate decision. You've got, I believe, 3 members down. You can take the core down to either 3 or 2 points. I was thinking maybe it was going to be a quick cap on the bottom and go straight for boss. You ended up going for sort of the fork there by sending the camp bot and then going for boss there, which honestly I didn't see, which was a really cool choice there. Is that just, experience on Towers of Doom? Is that something, you just really got to be aware of macro wise?
Yeah, I think we've done a lot, especially recently. Anybody that knows AO from last season knows that that was a map we love to play, and just not a lot of teams take us to it. And we were surprised to see Towers picked, considering they had banned it 10 times this season. So I think 10 times or whatever it is, 8 or something, not 10 times, but whatever, a lot. So we weren't expecting it, but we felt that we have some strats that we would be able to implement if a team were to do it. So we were kind of expecting maybe an odd comp to come out, something that we haven't seen in our scouting. But I think for that specific scenario, I think it is familiarity. I mean, at the end of the day, structures are really important on that map, right? Structures and objectives. And we were able to keep the pressure on. And so they had to make a choice of, do we contest boss or do we contest bot? And it didn't matter like if we had lost a team fight on boss, so we lose a team fight on boss and they get boss and they clear bot, it's for us that risk is significantly worth it on that
Okay.
map. So
Yeah, I mean, it was a really nice ending there. Very well done throughout, picking up a very clean 2-0. And taking a look at the division standings, looks like based on the points here, you're pretty solidly looking at 4th. Though Team Gobbylegs is hot on your heels here. Yeah, I mean, I guess either way, Team Gobbylegs is likely your first round opponent unless something major happens with the standings. Is that an opponent you're looking forward to? Are there any other matchups you're looking forward to revisiting during the playoffs?
um Team Gobbylegs we've played in Heroes Lounge a bunch, and as well as this season. So I think we're both pretty familiar with each other. We, this whole season has been really tough. I think, for us, and there's so many good teams in this div, and we have Die for Cat Girls still. We have the Goliath Yellow Owls, undefeated. So we're looking forward to that match. It's going to be, especially that match is going to be great. A really great challenge for us. So I don't know. We're honestly, like, any team that we play, we're really excited for. Like, all of the games have been good. Even the ones that we haven't, maybe played our best. Every single game has been good. We've thoroughly enjoyed playing all of the teams in our div. So I can't really say, frankly. I don't think we really have favorites. Sorry.
No
Sorry, no
problem, no
favorites. Although we
problem.
would like some revenge on Probius, as they did hand us a beating in I think week 1. So we would love some revenge if we're on the same side of the bracket, but yeah.
Should be good to watch. Looking forward to it. Well, Butte, thank you very much for coming on by for the interview. The floor is yours. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close things down here?
Yeah, and I'll be brief. Shout out to Nexus Cats, obviously. You guys are a great group of people, great group of players, and always an enjoyment to play you guys. Thank you so much, Crush, for picking this up. It was super last minute. We weren't expecting a cast, and it was really cool of you. I know you're really busy and you're pumping up those numbers, so it's really appreciated. I'm sure I can speak for Nexus Cats too in that regard. So we really appreciate you picking up the game. Shout out to obviously our team, Honey, Ouija, and Grizz for being awesome and helping with scouting and everything. So we look forward to our next couple games. Die for Cat Girls and Yellow Owls. We're coming for you. Be ready. we're excited. Those will be some really awesome games. So if they're casted, stay tuned. But thank you again for picking up our game. We appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure entirely. Well, Butte, thanks for coming on by. Congratulations on the 2-0 and good luck in the rest of the season.
Thank you, and everyone have a good rest of your night.